Alright, what's up, y'all? This is LA Joint here with High Talk Radio. Okay, so this is part two of just like, I guess the emotions of a leader, you know what I mean? Losing people along the way, just as a leader from a leader standpoint. But but yeah, I think the last thing I was talking about was when people start to put tariffs on a relationship, right? Um and how you can lose people to like responsibilities in life, right? Now don't get me wrong, everybody deserves a break, where they have to work on their relationship, they gotta work on their family, they got you gotta work on yourself. You gotta you deserve those things. But I do feel like a lot of times people use that as an excuse not to. And I know this because I've done this as well. You feel me? You use these adult responsibilities as a scapegoat for escaping failure. Because what if this doesn't work out? You know what I mean? And I say that, and a lot of times if you have talked to certain people that have actually worked with me, a lot of people will say that I'm really hard on them. And it's not that I'm really, really hard on you, in my opinion, but it's more along the facts of like, number one, I know what you're capable of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally see the beast in you. You feel me? And then number two, it's more along the facts of like what I'm willing to do for you. If I'm here, if I've asked you to be here, I've asked you to be a part of something. I've asked you to give me your time. I've asked you to give me your trust. I've asked you to give me your commitment, your you know what I'm saying? I've asked these things of you. What makes you think that I'm not down for you when in your time of need? You know. So why would you use this as an excuse not to show up? Why would you use this as an excuse not to be there? Why would you use this as an excuse not to continue on further? You know, it's it's hard. When especially when you're talking about you dealing with a person that whose mission when your mission is outside of just business. You know what I mean? Like when your mission is just outside of just business, like it's it's really hard when you're losing people. Because I think when your mission is outside of business, meaning like you are a staple of much more than just your business, your brand. You know, you are the one that is supposed to change the dynamic. You are the one that is supposed to bring your people out of this. You are the one that has to make this work because you are the one that has the assignment on your life. You are the one who has the vision. You are the one. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you are the one to have all these high expectations on your life, and you have all these like responsibilities outside of just business, it's hard losing people. It is. Especially when I think naturally, a lot of us want to entrust a lot of responsibilities pertaining to business, pertaining to our mission. We want to entrust these things to our loved ones, family, friends, close associates, mentors, people we look up, you know what I mean? Like we want to entrust these positions to these people, right? And I think it's I don't know if it's necessarily along the lines of like being disappointed, but I think disappointment does have a lot to do with it. But um, it's hard, you know what I mean? Because the mission is so much greater as a leader. The mission is so much greater than yourself. And then a lot of times you lose people to selfish reasons. And it's very frustrating and it's heartbreaking because it's like, dude, do you not understand that what we're doing is bigger than you? This is not about you. This is about us. And we need you here. We need your brain. We need your talent. We need your skill to get in line with what we're saying so we can push forward together. But then you get to losing people over drama. And it be the drama though. But like when you get to losing people over drama, like to me, it could be it's not the worst situation because drama is probably an easy situation to fix versus the first two that I named when it comes down to adult responsibility, losing people to adult responsibility. That's probably the hardest thing to get people to recommit, you know what I mean, or losing people to addictions or just frivolous activity. The easiest thing is to get people back when you're dealing with drama. That's the easiest thing, or to forward a mission based off of the drama. But to lose somebody to something so stupid over some drama is crazy. And with me growing up in Memphis, Tennessee, y'all, and I never really realized how privileged I was to grow up in Memphis in the Orange Mountain. Y'all, when I tell you I did not realize how privileged I was, I did not, because I grew up in an era in the 90s where I grew up where we had the movement, we had a good strong civil rights movement or foundation. We had a good strong community. We had a good strong like church base, religious base, because it's not just Christians, but we had a good strong religious base. Like we had a good strong like we had a good network here in Memphis, right? Of like community, right? And I've seen so many different organizations and groups and like I'm talking about powerhouses fall apart over drama that could have been like so easily fixable. And like with me being a child at the time, it hurt me to sit there and watch so many of these organizations fall apart over something so simple. it's like you could have just compromised. You know what I mean? Like you could have just freaking compromised. Like, oh my God. And then when stuff like that happens, it falls apart. And then the mission then falls on your children. So now they have to fix what you broke and then rebuild it. And pray to God that it don't fall apart again because you've already set the tone for the destruction. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so when things fall apart, especially when it's like over like silliness and like selfish reason, you know, or just the fear of just not asking for help, or the fear of succeeding, or the fear of failure, it'd be like simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? Bro, this stuff is heartbreaking. It is so heartbreaking, bro. It's heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking. It really is. And then the most heartbreaking part of it is like, what do they call it? Survivor's remorse. Because when you decide that you're going to keep going, when you decide that you have to be the one to make it out, regardless of what everybody else decides that they want to do, you got to be the one to still make it. Then you have to deal with the backlash of making it and then leaving people behind. And it hurts. It's like insult to injury. Like you making it worse. You know what I mean? Because it's already, I'm dealing with the trauma of losing you. Now you mad at me because I succeeded, and now I'm in the door where I can potentially go back and get you, but now I can't go back and get you because you're throwing salt on me. You putting salt in the wound now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot, man. Part 4, 3.